One must concede a grudging admiration for the sheer absurdity playing out before us. Here we have a man, a vulgarian unparalleled, a self-styled titan of braggadocio and reality TV pomp, who has fashioned himself into the lodestar of a political movement comprised largely of grievance, resentment, and an astonishing capacity for selective amnesia. He built his empire on sandcastles of conspiracy and flamboyant mendacity, only to find himself buried beneath the very rubble. The details of scandal, whether involving shadowy billionaires, secret files, or midnight emails no one quite wants to admit existed, are almost beside the point now. They serve as merely the pungent seasoning on a stew already thick with incompetence, narcissism, and a pathological talent for self-sabotage. Deny, threaten to sue, bluster louder, the usual machinations of a man who believes volume substitutes for virtue, lawsuits for legitimacy. The base, once as immovable as a mountain in its fervour, now hints at cracks. Familiar faces of the faithful eye their leader with something closer to confusion than worship. A movement built on performative outrage and perpetual victimhood finds itself short on both its nemeses and its messianic allure. This spectacle exemplifies a more universal truth about politics and power. The most flamboyant demagogues, who promise salvation via division and destruction, inevitably fall victim to the very chaos they unleash. Loyalty is trumped by expedience, rhetoric by reality, myth by inconvenient fact. No grand collapse, no clarion call to renewal, just a prolonged, ignoble unmolding, punctuated by whines, self-pity, and the ceaseless clamour of lawsuits that have become the new American hymn. The leader is exposed as the follower of his own worst instincts, the party as a talonless vulture picking fitfully at what remains of its dignity. And so the farce limps on, trailing denials, delusions, and ever more elaborate displays of mutual betrayal. For those with a palate for the satiric, the entertainment value is almost enough to distract from the rot. The final act is underway. The laughter, bitter as it is, may yet be the only appropriate response.